Yo, right here in the small box. Oh man. So, ladies and gentlemen, the music industry is still being hacked. Now, we did cover this yesterday. Shout out Chillin' with Moni with her video. I do want to upload that one, but I feel like with this one right here, we can kind of explore it a little bit more because I am curious as to what's going on, because it was not just Drake. It was not just Kendrick Lamar. It was not just Kanye West. It was a whole lot more artists. Everyone's YouTube page is getting hacked, and it's so easy to do. So we got HHSB crew in here. Shout out to the guy, man, the legend himself. We're going to go ahead and explore what is going on. So let's not waste no more time. Like, comment, share, subscribe. You know the vibe. You tapped in with your favorite Canadian reaction channel and network. Let's go ahead and dive in with this video right here and see what's going on and what kind of clues that we can put together to kind of get a better understanding of this situation. Crew, what's good?
Hey, yeah, what's poppin', gang?
Loving my crew.
Hey, bro, look, bro. How does this even happen, gang? How does this even happen, bro? Look, I don't know if y'all haven't been following it, man. I saw it yesterday, and again, bro, I think that's a part of the scheme, right? That's a part of the scheme where you see something and you initially kind of
brush it off,
cast doubt or doubt on what you're seeing because you don't know if it's real, if it's fake, if it's AI or whatever. And I know I probably could have just came to the YouTube page and seen it, bro, but fam, y'all are not gonna believe, man, the entire music industry, at least what seems like the entire music industry was hacked yesterday. Now, I don't even know how you do something like this, gang. Like, to me, it reminds me of, and we're gonna go through a couple of different channels, but it reminds me of, if y'all remember the anonymous hacktivists, that's what they used to call themselves, the anonymous hacktivists that would do these like large scale, highly coordinated attacks on different companies or different.
Wasn't it the Lizard Squad that hacked into PlayStation, or they hacked into Sony or whatever? And this literally just came to my mind, where it's like, when it comes down to it and you're looking at this, it's like, it's so curious because, and we've seen this happen with what's going on with Sony and Xbox too. So both Sony and Xbox, they've been hacked prior. Sony has been recent. And funny that recently Sony got hacked, because right now what's going on with Sony and PlayStation is that they're trying to put out a console that's all digital. They're trying to force an all digital kind of future with gaming. Of course, with music, we're already there, but just pay attention. What's going on is that they got hacked. They're trying to force an all digital future, but they got hacked, and what that hack means is the whole PSN is down. And if the whole PSN is down right now, people that have games on their systems, a lot of people cannot play games because there's a 14-week period that they need to wait for before they can own the game so they can play it offline. That's for some players. But majority of players cannot access the PSN, and they cannot access their games. We're in a digital age where it's so easy to hack these companies, to hack these gaming systems, to hack these artists, that when the hack happens, it disrupts the content that is digital, meaning you can't access it. And what does that mean for physical? That means physical copies, physical sales. It's going to have a great big influx. And that's actually what's going on right now with Sony. A lot of Sony PlayStation owners are calling a boycott on PlayStation to make the message clear that we still want physical games. But that company is fighting against that because they want digital. They want everything digital because they think it's like they can make their lives easier and they can make more money that way because you're spending less money on creating like units, basically, because that does cost at the end of the day, right? So now looking at music, it's the same thing. Now look how easy it is to hack into these artists' YouTube pages and then throw up a whole bunch of bullshit. It's similar things happening. So at this point, this should encourage people to buy even more units, right? So it's kind of interesting to kind of assess the situation, because what does this mean? And what is the outcome of this? That's where I'm going with this. It's always F Sony. What about Microsoft? I thought you said it was F Microsoft. You know? What about that? It's Microsoft and Sony. My goodness gracious.
From people, but I never understood how they did that. Now, also, if you guys follow Charles Brown, now he's not the only one.
Shout out Charles.
But Charles Brown was one of the YouTubers that actually had his account hacked. Now, this is very scary, bro. Like it's semi-comical because okay, they got in and they just kind of having fun with it or whatever, like with posts and stuff. We're gonna talk about what they posted and everything. But on the other end, fam, like a guy like Charles Brown lost his entire channel because somebody hacked him. Right? Somebody hacked him, took it over, and kind of did whatever they wanted to do with it. Now, since
they probably put up that crypto Bitcoin kind of advertisements that they like to do. Don't get it twisted. Even here at the Fleximan Network, even though the YouTube channel never got hacked, other accounts that was associated with my email that got hacked, funny enough, it was my Microsoft account that got hacked, which they got access to all my other shit. We lost the original Discord server. We have a new server now, link in description. All right, everything is fixed. The links, all that is fixed. Merch link, all in the description now. So we good. But the fact that that's the way to hack people, it's the access card is like the email. If you get the email password, you're free to pretty much ruin they shit. Gotta set up that the 2FA.
And he's gotten it back, right? But some of these, it looks like a lot of these, they haven't even gotten the channel back yet. So I don't know if they holding it ransom. That's what I'm trying to say, bro. It's crazy shit that happens behind the scenes. However they did this, typically you need some sort of like two-factor authentication, 2FA, if you guys know. You got to be able to have access to this device and then maybe another one to be able to sign in on that one. Now, I know that this is crazy, and I heard the way that this was done. Not specifically in this case.
Really?
But just so you guys understand, and this is my personal experience of what I have heard is the way that these things happen. Not saying that this is how this has happened, and not saying that if you don't do something like this, it cannot happen to you. So please disregard that. But from what I've heard is that it is as simple as an email, right? And if you are logged into whatever account that you, if you're logged into whatever account, so let's just say you have a YouTube account associated, right? Associated. If you click on that email and you're logged into that email, they can then get into that YouTube account, change whatever, and lock you out. So if you ever see, again, this is not, any information that you can't look up on your own, but
what he's saying is completely valid. What he's saying is absolutely valid, because similar things has happened to me in the past. This has happened to friends. This has happened to other fellow YouTubers. This is not new news, okay? Even for my dog, House of Laughter, or Mookie Moods, even for him, his YouTube got hacked too. Nobody's safe. And mind you, his channel is big. He has about 225,000 plus subscribers. That is not a small channel. Even his channel got affected. So think about that. Nobody is safe in this. So this is actually very interesting as to what is going on and why is YouTube so weak. I have a list. Everyone check it twice. Oh my God, here we go. Man, y'all won't even anyway.
If you are going to open weird emails or something like that, you probably want to go to a different browser where you're not logged into any of your personal information, because they can just tag into that. I don't even know what it's called. If you are aware of it, let me know in the comments. That's neither here nor there. And I'm saying that because whoever has access to these, right? Like, it could be UMG or the record company. Are these all UMG artists? It could be UMG. Could be a manager. I don't know if some of these artists actually, you know what I'm saying, have access to it themselves. However many people have access to the YouTube channel or the YouTube account, that's that many more entryways into being able to take over your shit, basically, is what I'm saying. So if somebody clicked on the email and opened up a link, boom, instantly they got access to whatever. Now, that doesn't explain how they got all of it, though, because it seems like it was a coordinated attack against UMG. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look, man. Drake yesterday, bro. I don't know who needs to hear this, but just get started. I know when you're first getting into YouTube or streaming, it feels like you need the most expensive camera, the most expensive.
This man got an ad? This man got an ad? Yo, shout out crew, bro. Get your money, gang. Get your money, gang. Yo, that is crazy. That's big movements right there, huh? This man got sponsors. This man got sponsors.
On no PD200W and tell them crew.
But I can barely hear you,
let's
bro.
Get back to the video. Yesterday, Not Like Us was up here. And the crazy part is it's no longer up here on Drake's page, but the Kendrick Amini diss is up here right now. It's just, oh my God, bro. The Kendrick Amini diss. So they went ahead and they put Not Like Us onto Drake's channel, fam.
I ain't gonna lie to you. That was the highlight for last night. All right, that was the highlight for last night, bro. From when we watched Chilling with Moni's video and she was talking about how whatever hacker group uploaded Not Like Us to Drake's YouTube page, it had me sitting there like, you gotta be, bro, this man about to have nightmares all over again. Oh, leave me alone! Like, now there's a Drake's or a Kendrick's Amini diss. Kendrick's Amini diss is wild. What? But to be fair, or to keep it equal, they did upload not like us, but they uploaded Family Matters to Kendrick Lamar's YouTube page. So it's a neutral party basically. So that's why everyone's saying this got to be an attack on like the whole music industry at this point, because all the YouTube pages are getting affected. At that point, you got to look at YouTube and ask questions to YouTube like, why is it so easy for hackers to hack into numerous YouTube accounts and to start uploading BS to it? Why is it that easy? Those questions got to be directed to YouTube at that point, because there's a lot of questions we're not getting answers to, right? See, Quickie, the funny thing is, when it comes down to sponsors in Canada, Happy Dad is definitely one of them, but the biggest issue, the biggest problem is that a lot of sponsors here in Canada are actually related to betting. So all the betting apps, there's definitely a lot of sponsorship opportunities there, but I'm not doing that.
You know how embarrassing that is? And because he's probably one of the artists that the most people are going to look at, but there's a lot of other artists that received this same treatment, man. So we had Not Like Us pop up from Drake on Drake's page. I looked to see if it was still up here. It is not. So to me, I'm almost wondering if they got access to it, meaning Drake's team got access to it and then lost access to it again, because Kendrick Amini diss is up from 8 hours ago, right? So either that happened,
it's
or
still there.
They took the
get out. It's still there. Let me go and do a little research, because there's no way it's still there. There's no way, right? Okay, it's gone. Okay, it's gone. There's no way it's still there, because even Crew's video came out like how long ago, right? Do a little searchy search. Oh yeah, no, they cleaned this up good. They cleaned this up right. Yeah, it's not there no more. Had me concerned.
Not like us down and then just posted another video. I'm not sure why they would do that though. Is there anything else up here? Oh my God, yeah, bro. IG at euthanasia. Oh my God.
Excuse me?
So they telling you where they at too, which is crazy, bro. They telling you the discourse to join, all of that. Now, here's another thing.
Ain't nobody joining that Discord, by the way. Can we just go ahead and get that out the way? Can we just go ahead and talk about that real quick? What's good, Raven? It's been a minute. How you feeling? I'm sure that for Drake, Not Like Us is the same thing for swimmers that hear the Jaws. Oh, Also, the simpler explanation is that the distros don't verify who is uploading the music, and basically you just have to check a box that says I am who I say I am and I have permission. Oh, so even then that's got to get like updated. Yo, for editor, you should definitely put in an Akira meme after you said leave me. Don't kill me.
I was thinking too, right? Is like this has to be, highly illegal, bro. Highly illegal.
Absolutely.
So them leaving breadcrumbs
No. Absolutely, but they won't get caught
or trail back to who they could be. Doesn't seem very smart, but they got a bunch of different Instagrams: Payphobia, Baby What's Wrong, Torturer, and Euthanasia, bro. And that's just over here. So if we go to Kendrick's page, they got they still have the Discord up where people can join the Discord, which, bruh,
why the hell
134,000 views since yesterday. I don't even know what this is, but 134,000 views since yesterday. Now, this is also very coincidental, right? Because the song that was up here. Okay. Yeah, bro. They changed the name from Pray or whatever. I think it was another version of Pray to join the Discord, right? So this is very interesting because this also happens around the time that this Howard Stern interview drops. Now, it dropped on Howard Stern. It didn't drop on Kendrick Lamar, on Kendrick Lamar's page. But Damn, I believe, just went diamond. And I believe this is from that era. Which is probably why. I mean, you could say that's probably why Howard Stern dropped it. I think it's also interesting that Dahi and Kendrick track just leaked a couple of days ago. Now, we all jumped out and reacted to it. I reacted to it. I saw a lot of other people reacted to it, and it was immediately blocked. Like right after that. So it obviously they didn't want that out. At least they didn't want that out then, because typically you could react to something like that and then you obviously you just won't get monetized for it, but it won't be blocked. It was completely blocked where no one could see it. So that lets me know that wasn't something that was planned. It was leaked. And it's just, it's getting to a point where I think we're in a place with the leaks and music. Is there a way to make it safer? Is this a bigger setup or a bigger play at like making the consumer have to go through more hoops or pay extra fees or different subscription plans or something like that to be able to have more of a secure experience? Hopefully I'm saying that right. Basically what I'm saying is, are they showing us that it's very it's unsafe, it's hard to keep it safe, so in order to keep it safe we got.
So the idea with the hack is not necessarily saying this is not good, let's take a new route. A lot of times when things happen like this, they're testing companies, and if they can successfully hack one, the company failed that test. But if multiple accounts get hacked under this same company, that company is pretty much at DEFCON 1 right now because these are your prized possessions. These artists are your prized possessions because they are the gateway to the industry, and you don't want to cut that river flow, right? It's not necessarily like, oh, we're going to purposely do this so that we can put it into the consumer's mind by saying, yo, maybe we should apply more safeguards so we can make your experience better. No. It's not that. It's a coincidence. Through this coincidence, depending on what route they want to take, I feel like this route might affect content creators more than the actual consumers. Because for consumers, all they need to do is just click on videos, like, subscribe, share, hype, whatever, right? But for content creators, it's going to make our lives more miserable because it's going to look like we might have to jump through more hoops to secure our YouTube accounts. So a lot of people out there got to consider that when you're doing or going through all this, right? So it's more of a coincidence, not like you're directing. There's no direction with this for sure, right? So it's interesting. It's definitely interesting to explore this situation because something is definitely off. And if this is affecting streaming platforms to this day at this level, there's a problem because Spotify's been affected, Apple Music's been affected, Tidal's been affected. All the major DSPs have been affected, and that has been confirmed with that 7-minute video that we watched a couple months back with that individual that has a program that be botting DSPs. Now it's starting to affect other streaming platforms like YouTube. Is streaming under attack is the real question. Because if streaming is under attack, regardless if you're live streaming or you're streaming videos from whatever website, if streaming in general is under attack, that's going to be a problem for content creators because everyone's content is attached to their YouTube pages. And a lot of the times, including me, when I upload a video, I delete the video because I don't want to keep it on my external hard drive or on my computer because it's going to take up a lot of space. And the last thing you want is to run out of space on your laptop or whatever device that you use, because it's going to ruin your experience, right? So it's interesting to explore this. The song that he explored is To Pimp a Butterfly track, Negus. Yeah. And that's another thing. These aren't new songs. These are just unreleased songs that they're uploading. Of course, they put Not Like Us, Family Matters, cool. Because it's Kendrick and Drake, the beef, they swapped it and said, you get Not Like Us, you get Family Matters. For all the other songs, especially the ones that are attached to the Discord links, those are unreleased songs. Those are not hard to find. Those are really easy to find. Right? So it's almost like a pump fake for people that don't know. Which is why I encourage people out there, you gotta learn this shit. Because what if you clicked on the song and think it's a new song, and now you go to the Discord link to maybe download it, and now you're hacked? That's not good. Be quiet, Ant.
Gotta charge you. Basically, and I'm always the conspiracy theorist in this sense, where I think about things like that. Like, it shouldn't be this easy at this level in 2026. And I will say this though, I also know that there's major companies, bro, major data breaches where these people are very smart, have a lot of time on their hands, and can poke through every single concrete method that you think that you have in place to keep things safe. And they just aren't safe because people have way more time on their hands to try to get in. Now, this is YouTube though, gang. That's what I'm trying to say. And I spoke about Charles Brown earlier today, where he is a creator that didn't have a lot of help getting everything back outside of the people talking about it and saying, hey, bro, can we get our shit back? it's another day, and Kendrick still doesn't have his page back. Join Discord. This is still on his page. If I'm Kendrick, I'm pissed too. I'm like, dog, what are y'all doing over there, gang? Do we have to pull our shit from YouTube and put it over here and do something else because they're a little bit more safe? That's the kind of shit I'm thinking about. But it wasn't just them, man. It was Playboy Cardi, right? Like Playboy Cardi, Venomous Jeans, Payphobia. You still see it all up here, man. All of these artists still have their page that seems to still be hacked. Now, Ye, I think might have actually gotten his page back, unless they just, I don't know. I don't see anything else up here. I did hear that Ye got hacked. I also heard that Michael Jackson's page had gotten hacked. I see Travis Scott. Travis Scott has been hacked. Goosebumps joined Discord. It's the same Discord here. Baby, what's wrong? Jack Boys 3915. They're releasing a lot of unreleased music. And they're pushing you towards their Discord. I'm not sure how many people have joined the Discord. I don't know if you would join the Discord. You might get hacked too. I just think it's a very scary time, man. Also, Frank Ocean. I believe, Frank Ocean was also caught too, man. There's just tons of artists, man. There's so many other artists that have gotten hit. I don't really know how this is possible in 2026 to get hacked like this. But like I said, I kind of try to look at the bigger picture and the bigger play. One, I think these guys are doing it as a show of just power. Like, we could do this. Just so you understand, anytime we could do this. And I hate to say this, right? But just imagine there's a new project that's dropping or something like that, and they leak it or something. They leak it early, man, and it just ruins the experience for everybody. And you know exactly who I'm talking about. I don't even want to put it out there, but you know who I'm talking about. You know, or they hold the channel hostage and we can't get the music or something like that, and it doesn't reach the people that it could have reached or should have reached because they have to go through a different route. And I just think that it's unfortunate. It's definitely I think it's concerning. I really do think it's concerning. But I also don't think it's gonna stop. I don't think this is gonna be something that's gonna stop. I think that they're gonna have to eventually. If you can't beat them, join them. Hey, bro, y'all might as well work with us. We'll pay you. You tell us how you did it, and we can plug that hole. Because at this point, bro, it is too easily accessible. It's too easy to get into these things, man. Y'all gotta let me know what y'all think. I definitely think this is a coordinated attack, and I don't think it's gonna stop. That's the thing. Like, if you can't stop me from getting into the Weeknd's page, Drake's page, Ye's page, Kendrick's page, Travis Scott, the biggest artists in the world. If you cannot stop me from hacking their channels, I'm like, if you can't stop me from doing it, I'm just gonna do it, right? Like, but that's the other thing. What is the end play for these guys? I mean, I really want to know. I just want to know, like, it's no disrespect. I just want to know, like, what is it? Like, what do you get from doing?
There's definitely two ways of an end play of where this can go. Ransom. This can definitely be some ransom money connected to this. Or it's simply a power play. It's simply just a power play, if we're going to be honest. You know? Don't kill me yet. But that's the only two ways. That's literally the only two ways as to what's going on with this situation, or the outcome or the goal for the individuals that's going around and hacking. It's either a power play or it's ransom. I cannot think of another way, if I'm going to be super honest. And that's the reality behind it. We've seen this happen one too many times. It's either they're going to get some bread out of this, or they're spooking or scaring these big companies. And remember, YouTube is the home for a lot of the music and music videos. And what that is connected to is the industry. So now the industry would even be spooked as well, because YouTube is the home for their music videos. If YouTube is affected and it's so easy to upload videos, what says that they can't delete videos? And remember, certain individuals' videos have been deleted off their page. Technically. That's Kendrick. Of course, that situation is different. But what says they can't delete them themselves? Right? So that's the only way I see it.
Doing this? Like, what do you get from doing it other than to show you that I can do it?
Mm-hmm.
Is that the only place to say I can do it? Or just to be a nuisance, right? And just say like, I just feel like doing it and pissing everybody off. Like, I don't know, man. Y'all gotta let me know what y'all think about it. But very interesting stuff, man. A lot of these pages hacked yesterday and are still hacked because this shit is still up. If they had gotten these pages back by now, I would assume all of this would have been taken care of. We would have gotten rid of all of these songs and Discord pages, because at this point, these pages are technically promoting the Discord.
And you know the Discord is for some crypto or Bitcoin. Every time there's a hack, they clear out whatever page and they just make this for like, oh, yo, we got this crypto. You guys should buy in it.
These pages are promoting the Discord. Now, let's just say something happens and you go ahead and you join the Discord and somehow they end up getting, I don't know, bro. Go to Target and get a bunch of gift cards. You feel me? The schemes. You know what I'm saying? The scams. Go to Target, get a bunch of gift cards. Now, can then you go back and say, hey, bro, I got this page. I got this information from the YouTube page of Drake or Party Next Door, and that's why I did this, right? Can you then sue the label for that? I don't know, bro. I don't know, man. I'm confused. I do think that it's interesting. I would love to hear from the people who might do this. Like, I just want to hear, like, what's the cause? Like, what's the reason for y'all doing this? Is there a play? Is there something bigger that we're not seeing? Are you trying to show them, hey, it's too easy, beef up the security? Is that what are you fans of the music? I don't know, man. Let me know how y'all feel about this in the comments. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new. The entire industry seems to have been hacked, and I don't think this is good at all, bro. It's funny.
There's nothing good from this. Let's go ahead and get that out of the way. There's nothing good from this. This is bad. This is real bad. This is scary. They're scaring the oh my God. Yes, they're scaring the hoes. But my final thoughts on this is just like, what does the future look like now? Now that it's happened, what does the future look like? What can the future like entail? Like, what is it like? What does the landscape look like? Because with shit like this happening, the landscape is forever going to be changed. Absolutely. 1000% going to be changed. There's no ifs, ands, or buts around this anymore. Right? When things like this major happening like this, it's going to make big changes. So at this point in the future, expect big changes to these platforms. Even think about artists and how they have to upload videos to YouTube. Imagine there's like a new way for artists to upload, and it's going to be a long process because they have to figure out some sort of way to make sure that their accounts are extra secured so this never happens ever again. Right? So it's going to get bad. It's going to get bad. Does this affect YouTube Premium? It could. It can honestly can. If this situation is that bad or it's that dire to the point where they might have to raise the price on Premium, so it's like it encourages safety with YouTube accounts, that's definitely possible. So the same way how they have to give ransom money, they might have to make their money back by increasing the YouTube Premium by a couple dollars. That's a possibility. But yeah, that's what's happening right now, ladies and gentlemen. The industry is completely hacked. It is not just Kendrick. It is not just Drake. It is a plethora of popular artists all getting hacked. There's something going on. We don't know what it is, but this is a big problem. So at this point, Story developing.